Here, bonjour, allô, voilà, petit exercice que j'ai fait il y a quelques jours quand il faisait soleil, parce qu'il pleut depuis hier. Je les ai mis séparément en petits bouts sur Instagram et maintenant je mets le tout pour ceux qui entraînent avec moi, parce que ce week-end, j'ai des amis, alors pas de classe. So it's online. So remember the rules, keep your connection, pensez à vos connexions, your breath, your lateral breathing, and always breathe out through your mouth on effort. Try and think of those connections and where your hips are. When you're doing a swing, you push those hips out and lock the hips, but don't push them too forwards. If you're hypermobile like me with everything, they'll just go forwards too much. So it's your shoulders and hips. So, and I've been on cortisone treatment, which is not great for melting away your muscles. It is melting away my muscles. So it's a fight, as well as the age and everything else. And like I said, I go on about menopause because I was menopause 20 years ago. There was no help. And then when I moved to this part of France, there was no gynecologist, and the doctors don't seem at all trained, like in many places, for menopause, perimenopause, and post-menopause. So I could say I am Botox-free, hormone-free, filter-free, and it's not a good sight, but there you go. And then that's big operation that I had. So life always throws little things at you, and you just got to keep fighting. So now I have like tunnel vision in one eye. I can see better some days than others. I can drive a little bit, like into the town, no more. So I love this one. I love it. And it's teaching you where to put your hips for your swing, doing a bit of arm, but it works so much. So work on this, use it. Utilisez ça, ça marche très très bien. Là, j'ai fait qu'un côté à cause de mon kyste. This is all part that says losing the muscles. Still have fun. Dance with it. Enjoy it. So I am looking at that blue sky as I record, knowing that today it is so dark. So here, just that really hits the top of the inner thigh and your buttocks and your obliques. I mean, keep going. Yes, felt it in my obliques there. Classic here. If you look, I've brought up my knee, j'ai remonté mon genou juste un peu, mais j'ai les deux mains en bas. Si vous voulez garder votre genou par terre, de la jambe de support, utilisez le bras de la jambe opposée en l'air. Petit rond de jambe, three-legged dog. Now I'm marking it. Je le marque parce que je ne peux pas étirer mes jambes jusqu'au bout comme je dis à tout le monde de le faire. This is really hard. So good for your stomach. Hein? Superbe pour le ventre, celui-là. Je le fais meilleur d'un côté parce que là, on voit, kyste m'a fait mal. So you can do this up to 10 times each side. So what I would say is repeat the video at least 3 times. Just lengthen, stretch, and go forwards, keeping your shoulders over your hands. And you can put weights. On peut toujours mettre des petits poids sur vos poignets and your ankles. And then this is a bit more of an advanced Pilates. And be careful if you've got problems with your shoulders in this position. You got to stretch your arms right back. Try and keep your thighs and knees off the floor when you're pushing up while pushing your knees towards the outside. That's a great feeling. And when you're lengthening up, be careful. And if you have any lower back problems, don't lift your back till you know you have really strengthened your stomach and you've had a look at why your lower back is hurting. Ici, on est en train de travailler. Du moment que vous n'avez pas des problèmes avec le bas du dos et que votre ceinture abdominale marche très fort, mais que vous savez pourquoi vous avez mal au bas du dos, et il y a peut-être certains exercices qu'il ne faut pas faire. I love this little stretch. Thread the needle. And if you want, you take your opposite arm and grab the inside of the opposite leg. And just, if you're doing yoga, you know you take your heart up to the sky. And if you're doing Pilates, just feel it's not your shoulder you're pulling, it's your ribs that you're opening up. Whatever works for you. Here, I'm just doing, it's like a little press up, hein? Un petit little press up ici. Et là, I'm doing it slow motion. It's to show a little bit of where you're working. You push your hips forward and lengthen. And you come back down. So that's the slow version, attitude. And you try and just go over. You can do this again with small handheld weights or weights on your wrists and ankles. Vous pouvez mettre des petits poids sur vos poignets. You turn in and out. And that, it really works well for the inner thighs. Ça marche très bien pour l'intérieur des cuisses. Here, and doing the other side. So a little push up. Try and keep your elbows in. I know I stuck mine out just a little bit. See, I want to keep them in more. Then you hit the right place. So you've got to use your core for your balance. Breathe in, and here you breathe out. Take your time. Hold it if you can. And turn in, turn out. And you do not have to bring that leg up high. Vous n'avez pas besoin de même lever la jambe ou la lever trop haute. Vous pouvez juste faire le premier petit exercice qui marche très bien pour l'intérieur des cuisses. And just un petit classique ici. Just to work those quads. Elles seront. It'd be funny watching the videos from 11 years ago when they were puppies running around. Me too. So finishing with a beautiful penché. Think of yourself doing a beautiful penché. It helps if you have a weight, a handheld weight. Do you remember? You don't let your back drop. That's very important. On laisse pas le dos tomber. Ça s'appelle un penché. You push on pousse the interior of your foot and up. And just go slowly down and do a little stretch. Snore by my dog. Au revoir.